Cousins, hey, happy Monday morning to you all. It's raining here in New Jersey, trying to melt a little bit of snow I got. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I wanted to jump on and just chit chat with you a little bit and hang out a little bit because, Sister Janice has been home on vacation and I have been enjoying my time off. And I was like, girl, you have got to get up and connect with the cousins. Okay, so I'm up, and I'm like, let me just jump on for about an hour. I have to get off in exactly an hour because my little boy has his tutoring lessons beginning at 10:30. So y'all can't keep me online. Be sure to thumbs up as you come in the room. Say hi. Let me know you're here with me. Thank you so much for your love and support. Those of you that's checking out my videos, I absolutely love you and adore you. We're just going to chit chat and catch up on a few things that we've talked about before in some of my videos. Hello, Princess Lisa. How are you, my darling? How are you? Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful Christmas. You know what I realized about myself this year? I was grieving a little bit. I was grieving because my godmother, who she died November of 2024. This 2025? No. Yes. I think that's it. She died November of 2024. So this is 1 November. She was born 1924. So she would have been 100. Or did she died 2023? I can't remember. She died November of 2023 and March of 2024, she would have been 100 years old. So I realized this year that I was grieving. I was happy because I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. But I realized I was grieving because she's not here. And I used to spend Christmases with her. And we used to fly to Louisiana. Well, she used to live here in Jersey. And then she moved to be with her family in Louisiana. And then my family, me and my husband, the kids, we would fly down every year to see her. And of course, since COVID, we didn't see her. I think from COVID until she passed, we saw her one time. She was in the nursing home. And then she passed. And so I realized this year that I was grieving a little bit. But I was still happy. I enjoy Christmas. I'm making tea. I use honey in my tea because it's just healthier, and even though I think it has more calories or something. So hopefully everybody had a wonderful Christmas, and I'm hoping that you guys are going to have a wonderful new year. I'm going to be connecting with the princesses that have taken my class. Princess Lisa, I'm going to be emailing you about hooking up, chit chat for about an hour, for 25 minutes. I'm only doing 25 minutes because I have so many people. But thank you and welcome. Shadow, be sure to check those thumbs up for me. I absolutely love you. I adore you. I adore you. So we have a lot of things to talk about, okay? We need to talk about Dear Future Wifey. One of the cousins has sent me another interview that he did, and they're pretending that they're all happy and, they're so in love. And we are all making the assumption it's because they're watching our interview videos and seeing what we're talking about. So now they're trying to adjust their behavior and their activities. And we know we are, honey, the writing is on the wall, okay? We're going to talk about the young lady who ended her engagement. I did that video really, really quick last night, but just want to chit chat about it a little bit. I'm going to talk about Claudia Jordan having regrets about not getting married. She said she thought she had time. Who told y'all that? Who told y'all? Did you not have a primary care doctor? Hold on. Yes, Lex. Huh? Who told y'all I had all this time? If you have a primary care doctor that was a woman, mine was a woman, she would remind you getting married anytime soon, want to have children. Huh? So even if in your emotions you feel like you have time, nobody around you was telling you, hey girl, do you want to get married? Hey girl, you want to have kids? Because we don't have all this time. We don't have a lot of time. Unfortunately, we don't. Okay. So I want to talk about that. We want to talk about Tyler Perry. Another man has come for suing him because of alleged essay. Okay. And hopefully we could get to Married to Medicine, Dr. Simone, and her son, whose name happened to be Michael, and her husband, child. I just cannot. I wanted to do a video about that. I'm gonna still do a video about that. It's too late. Michael, Dr. Simone Michael, he's gone. It's too late, girl. He's 24, 25, he gone. The lessons she want him to learn, those were lessons he should have been learning at 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 10. Not 24 is too late. Mark my words, it's too late. Okay? It's too late. And it's too late because of the mama and the daddy. They didn't teach him. So if you do not teach your children, the Bible is clear for us to teach our children in the way they should grow. Okay? If you have a child 5, 6, 7, 10, 16, and you give him $500 and he goes to the mall and blow it, that's your fault. You failed as a parent. So we're gonna talk about that, okay? So shout out to all the cousins in the chat. Hey, Princess Lisa, hello. Cousin Beverly, hey, cousin Raquenis, hello, my darling. Good morning. Princess Lisa, she says she's doing well. Did you get any snow up there, Princess Lisa? Looking forward to it. Yes. Monique, hello. Is that Princess Monique? Is that Princess Monique? Good morning, Princess Jens. Yes, that's Princess Monique. Okay. Shout out to all the cousins. Okay, so let's watch this short video of the young woman, just in case you didn't see the video. And then we're going to talk through is there really nothing wrong? Okay. Is there really nothing wrong? No, there is something wrong. No good woman is going to leave a good man. Mark my words. Okay. No good woman leaves a good man. None. Okay. Hang on. I did the video last night if you didn't see it, but I want to chat about this because these are things we cannot overlook, okay? And I tell the ladies that do my husband profile course, don't overlook anything, boo-boo. It will come back to haunt you and kick you in your teeth. So let's watch this video and let's see, should I speed it up a little bit? Can I speed it up so I don't get in any copyright issue challenges? Okay, great. Okay, here we go.
I ended my engagement. I have been debating sharing this with the internet. I always said that I was never going to be the kind of influencer that only shares the good parts of my life. I've been able to build a platform.
Okay, girl, what happened to the video? You froze?
Because I'm authentic. It's really important for me to own my narrative instead of letting people.
What's going on with it?
The hardest thing I think I've ever had to do in my entire life. It's really not the breakup itself that's hard, but it's also having to like break up with the idea of the future that you planned and grieving that too. You know, at this big age, 31 years old, it feels like your clock is ticking faster and faster. I think that if sharing my story helps just one person, then it's worth it. I was trying so hard to make it work. Eventually, trying to make it work felt exhausting. It literally took me accepting the hard truth that I tried to ignore. The moment I accepted that and said it out loud, I felt so much relief and honestly freedom. Not because I didn't care. I was finally listening to myself. Now I have to start over, rebuild myself, move out. It's scary. There's a lot of uncertainty, but that's also kind of the beauty in all of this. I get to start over. I am doing my best and I'm figuring it out one day at a time. So that's my truth. Love you. Bye.
So congratulations to her, as I said. So cousins, you've listened to this. You've seen my video. Was there nothing wrong? Is it just me? Tell me, was there absolutely nothing wrong? She was saying nothing was wrong, but something was obviously wrong because she said it. She said it. She was exhausted of trying to make you work. Okay. Let's see. There's another video she did about moving out. There's another guy that did a video that I wanted to share. And just in case you didn't see it yet, okay? Hang on.
Engagement, and today I'm moving out. There wasn't any betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything.
So here she's saying there was no betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything. Let's listen.
My engagement, and today I'm moving out. There wasn't any betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything. Honestly, I just changed my mind. Sometimes clarity comes quietly. Choosing yourself doesn't always need a big explanation. But my village, the women in my life, are so amazing. They've shown up for me in more ways than one, helping me pass, sitting with me, praying for me, making a hard transition feel lighter just by being there. I'm so grateful for community, for having people who hold you up when you're.
See, this is the difference between a man and a woman. As a man, if I have a homeboy who's engaged, him and his woman is living together, and he's getting like cold feet or like second guessing himself, I'm gonna say, look, bro, it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be scared. You're starting a new life with somebody. You know, marriage is a big step, and it's okay, you know, but you're not about to leave this woman. You committed to this woman. You told this woman that you want to marry her. You want to spend the rest of your life with her. And I'm going to get on him about making sure he do what he said he was going to do with that woman. As a woman, you know, you want the relationship, then you want the ring, then you want the marriage, then you want the kids and shit. And at any point you can say, I don't want to do this shit. And then people can like, yes, girl, whatever bad decision you make, we champion that. We have your back. Oh yes, my village came through and they helped me pack and they prayed for me. And we just had a jolly old time that I just wasted 2, 3, 4 years of this man's life, got engaged to this man. He thinking I'm about to be his wife. And I just woke up one day and I said, fuck it. And every bitch that I know agreed with me and said, yeah, I'm making the right decision. And that's a woman. No matter what bad decisions they make, they're going to have other people, mainly other women, saying, it's okay, you're making the right decision. Even if it's bad, even if it's horrible.
Ended my engagement,
why is her walking away from something that's not working for her? Why is that a bad decision? I guarantee you, if more women would walk away, the divorce rate would cut in 50-50. The divorce rate would go down because I think a lot of women in my book, The Naked Wife, every woman, Princess Lisa is here, she can testify. Every woman in my book, The Naked Wife, said they knew they shouldn't have got married. They knew he wasn't right. They thought they could work it out. They thought that, you know, things would get better. No. Absolutely. And one of the things I said, they've been together for like 4 or 5 years. She just turned 31, 32. So that means they've been together since they're 25. So, which means he's probably also 25, which means he was technically 18 and she was 25, because women are more mature than men. And so she's tired. She's reared him. She's played his mom. She's been with his mom. And I was looking at some of the pictures with them, and I'm like, girl, she look exhausted already. Look at some of these pictures I found. I hope this is her. Look at this picture. Is that him? Of how they met. Look at her. Look at how she's looking at him. She looks like a mother in the principal's office. Like, what did you do now? Huh? Look at how she's looking at him, y'all. She's looking at him like, I am so exhausted. Is I hope this is him because I'm like, because it says how we met. Under the picture, it says Nia Gonzalez fiance, and they talk about how they met. But look at how exhausted she looked. She looks so exhausted. Is this another picture of him? Look at him. He looks like a little boy. He looks like a little boy. Is that him? I'm just seeing all the pictures that says engaged fiance. So hopefully that is him. But I'm just saying, this is why I am strongly against boyfriends. I am strongly against just getting with one man when you're 19 and 20 and you're just staying with that man until you get married. I totally disagree. Opposite, she's definitely not giving the full story. Something happened. Absolutely. Or she's tired. He's a good man, but you were trying to make it work. Exactly. If it's good, you don't have to try to make it work because it's good. Like this tea I just made, it's good. I don't need to add anything else to it. It's good. Okay. I applaud her for walking away, but something did happen. I totally agree. I think she grew tired. I think she's tired of him. And it's okay. Walk away, girl. This is why I'm against getting married at 19 and 20. Now, one of the cousins said this other young lady on YouTube was on Marriage Huntsville. Okay, I don't know her. Do you guys know this young woman? Let me speed it up, child, so I don't get no copyright strike, honey. Because I've worked too hard to have my little channel for anybody to copyright strike me. And let's add a little music. Does anybody know who this young woman is? One of the cousins said this to me. She got married. I'm going to have to calculate the dates, y'all. She's 30-something. She's been with the man since she was 19. Got married in 2022. Can somebody calculate? And she's divorced. It's now 2025. She got divorced in 2024. So that means they were married for 2 years, which means there were always problems there. The problems were always there. Used to see. Okay. She's doing her makeup. So let's listen in. Okay, wait a minute.
And share my personal business in detail. Girl, this is so weird. So, yeah, let's just get straight to it.
Speaking of my tea, I did tell you that I was officially divorced.
That's her. Oh, okay.
Welcome. If you're returning, y'all, welcome back. Today is December 23rd. I have a closing today that I'm getting ready for. I just got a first-time home buyer into a duplex, and he's gonna become a landlord. So I'm super excited about that, but I gotta drive all the way to Fort Worth. So I'm getting ready for that right now. But I figured I would vlog a little bit because we need to.
Saving money feels right. Just like when things are packed tidy and tight. Get auto insurance that fits your budget and your needs. Save up to 10% when you bundle auto and renters.
Hang on, something is wrong. I'm not supposed to have commercial on my videos because I pay for Prime. Not Prime. I pay for Prime. I pay for Okay, let's go.
I'm
I got
excited about that, but I gotta drive all the way to Fort Worth. So I'm getting ready for that right now. But I figured I would vlog a little bit because we need to close some things up for 2025 before we get into 2026. If y'all have been around on YouTube or my channel long enough, then y'all know that in 2022, I got married. I was in a super long time relationship from the time that I was 19. I'm now 31 years old. Like the last 2 years, I've grown as a.
So from 19 to 32. You're not supposed to be in no committed relationship at 19. And I know that my grandmama got married at 12. People's going to be in the comments. Your grandmama in 2025 did two different age and two different times. At 19, you should not be settled down with a boyfriend, with a man. This is why I'm against boyfriends and girlfriends. At 19, you're supposed to be going out, meeting new people, figuring out what you like, dating. Dating has nothing to do with sex, okay? Talking to different men, seeing like, dating is like a smorgasbord. It's like, oh, I like this. I don't like that. I like this. I don't like that. Figuring out what you like, do you like? I knew, and African boys. At 12, I was 12 years old. I was 12 years old, living in New York. And I could see the difference between Caribbean boys, African boys, and American boys. Because American boys were little gentlemen. They would open the doors for you. If they see you coming, they would hold the doors. It was just things they were doing that I like, that I've never experienced. And I'm like, I like this. And then the Caribbean boys, they would move with them away again. They would push you out of the way. Because they're not trained to be gentlemanly to women. Even the African, there was an incident that happened at work the other day, and there were two African men standing behind this lady, African woman. She had on a dress, and she was on her knees. She was on all fours, bending down on the floor, trying to take printer out of paper that was stuck in the printer. She was on the floor in a dress. And there were two African men standing behind her just waiting. And I said, oh, no, ma'am. Oh, honey, you don't kneel on the floor. You don't get on the floor when there are other men around. You know what they did? They walked away. It was the supervisor was in the office. He came out. He said, oh, no, Miss So-and-so. You don't get on the floor. Let me do it. And he's the one that bent down and grabbed the paper out of the printer. They are not trained to be gentlemen towards women. And I knew that at 12. Yet, friends and family and my Caribbean community was still pushing me to date and marry Caribbean men. And I knew within myself, I did not like them. I didn't. And even when I was in my mid-20s, I went out with one of my childhood sweethearts. And I'm like, okay, well, I know him. We know each other. We came from the same place. We came from the same school. We knew each other. He was not I hated it. He was not a gentleman. We got to the door and I stood there and he said, what are you waiting for? We at 5. I said, I'm waiting for you to open my door. And he said, what's wrong with your hands? That was it. I was like, no, I can't. Because I knew how I like to be treated. Excuse me. So at 19 and 20, you should not be with a man. That would be like me with my Caribbean boyfriend, trying to raise him and train him to treat me how I want to be treated, versus choosing a man that is a gentleman, that was trained how to be a gentleman and how to take care of me and be what I want to be. Go ahead, girl.
Person being in therapy taught me a lot about myself. But when you make a decision like that, you learn a lot about other people. I know that.
Your sister should say, taught me a lot about myself. You don't know yourself at 19. You don't know yourself. You do not. At 19, I was head over heels with my college sweetheart. And my father in the faith, Pastor Bradshaw, said, you love him too much. He was like, I think it was 21 when he told me, break 19. No, I was 19. I was crying for 3 years. Break up with him. You love him too much. And he said, what you want is what you want in a husband, you have to date older. And I said, he's older. He's how old is he? 24. He said 19 and 24, that's the same. He's in college. He's getting out of college. You're just going to college. Myself, I think back to myself, I would have been divorced. We would have been divorced. Cousin Janice would have been a divorcee. You probably wouldn't have known me. I would have been a divorcee. So at 19, you don't really know yourself. A lot of the things I figured out about marriage and dating, I figured out later in my 20s. Okay? I figured that out. So she said she wasn't 30. She learned a lot of things about herself. A lot of us, you don't know yourself at 19 and 20. You don't. So how you getting married for a man, but you don't know yourself?
Some of y'all have been picking up on some of my comments on YouTube, and y'all be like, what is she talking about? One of the things I've learned is women are taught that men are scarce. And that has nothing to do, I'm not trying to be arrogant when I say that at all. But I'm just saying, everybody, man or woman, has the ability to change their mind. If something is no longer serving them, it is what it is. It is what it is. I think too many times people sit on the side of like, oh, I've already done this, or I've already came this far, I can't do this. There's power in starting over. That's the long story short. I started over. And the kicker is, I've been divorced for nearly a year now. Nearly a whole year. I just ain't said nothing because I'm in the business of getting on YouTube and talking about these reality stars and not talking about my damn stuff in that type of way. So yeah, I definitely pulled the destiny on y'all. It's been done. But as we look forward to 2026, I'm like, damn, I can't just get on camera and start talking to y'all about these wild ass dating stories or pop out on a little vacation. So yeah, I figured I would do that much and then just have this quick conversation. But overall, y'all, everybody is good. It's just funny that people look at shit or like, I can tell, or you are highly undesired or you believe that you're highly undesired when you describe people's divorces as a failed marriage. Because that saying is still so funny to me, y'all. A failed marriage is still so fucking funny to me. Just because, like, if you really think about the logic behind that, I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. Saying that someone had a failed marriage is really interesting to me. I remember when Tia Mowry did some interview and they asked her something about her divorce and she was like, I graduated. And I was so fucking irritated.
How can a Capital One 360 performance savings account?
I don't know why I'm getting commercials on this because I have, I pay for YouTube Premium. Anyways, that's it. So thank you. Shout out to the cousin who sent this to me. You don't know yourself. This is why I admire the young lady who got a divorce. And I admire this young lady also. Why waste your life and your time? 19, 20, you shouldn't be in a marriage. You should be trying to figure out yourself. You should get to know who you are and whose you are, because you really don't know yourself, right? You really do not know yourself. I'm working on something about me, myself, and I. Okay. A lot of people don't even know their identity in the Lord Jesus Christ. Women getting married, you don't know yourself, and because you don't know yourself, you don't know what it is that you need in a marriage. You don't know the type of man that you need, and marriage is forever. That was God's intention, right? God's intention is that marriage is forever. 19-year-old, 20, you should not be getting in a committed relationship at 19 and you'd only been with this man. Again, dating has nothing to do with sex. It has to do with data. Even data about yourself. Like I had to, as I was growing older, I was figuring out what I liked and I didn't like. For example, at 12, I knew I don't like them. But what did I do my whole teenage years and early 20s trying to like the dude I knew at 12 I didn't like? I probably would have already been married if I didn't waste time dating Caribbean men. Because I knew at 12 I didn't like him. I also knew at 14 I did not like men who do dirty jobs. I'm going to do a separate video. I knew that. And what were my friends doing, trying to force guys that do dirty jobs on me? But I knew that I didn't like them. So those were things I learned about myself. One of my very, 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 very good girl. She said, well, you could use satin hands on him when he come home. He could just go in the basement, take off his dirty clothes, and he could use satin hands. Girl, like, I don't like no man with no crusty hands. That was one of the, that's what, if I met a man whose hands were not soft, right? Isn't that crazy for a woman? Because usually women want men with rough, crusty hands because they say it work hard. Not me. If his hands was if Mike's hand was crusty, y'all would have never known Brother Michael. Mind you, my husband's hands are softer than my hands. Okay, I grew up in the Caribbean. That explains why my hands are so rough. Not rough, but my husband's hands are softer than mine. Okay. There were certain things I didn't like, and I thinking back, I probably would have already met my husband, because one of my regrets is not meeting him earlier, so we could have had more time together, and we probably could have had another 2 more children, because I wanted more children. Okay, Princess Lisa. My thing is acting up. Princess Lisa said, I am so glad I took your class. I had no idea what it meant to value myself. I was picking men based on how I saw my mother being treated by my father. I didn't respect my woo. Princess Lisa, do you want to come up and share about that guy you went on a date with? You don't have to show your face. You could just use your you could use your words. The guy you went on a date with the car, the guy that picked you up. Girl, I share that story all the time. She said, although I am 55, I still have hope. Absolutely, Princess Lisa. Now that I know that, right. Hey. There's one more video I'm going to play, but I want to see if Princess Lisa want to come up and share her story with the guy she went out with. I'm dropping the link, press the link and talk, okay? Took my husband's profile course. Girl, that was so funny. Wait a minute, where's the book? She said, wait, let me see what she says. The one where the guy picked you up in the car. Remember when the class started, you had a date, and you was having to go on the date, and we was so excited for you, what you was gonna wear, and then he picked you up, but the car was a mess. Remember that one? That one, Princess Lisa. That's the one I want you to share. Maria says, good morning, cousin. I feel the same about my husband. More time together means sooner in life, in my best marriage. Praise you. Hallelujah. Thank you. Okay. Yes, me too.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Princess Lisa. Go ahead, Princess Lisa. Looking chic as usual.
Move. Okay, so I did go on a date with this guy. I went on a date with this guy, and I was all like dressed up and he met me. We met each other, and he came. Oh, wait a minute, I'm hearing myself double time. I was dressed up, ready to go. I met him, and he came, and he was not dressed up. He was not dressed up. I met him. I had put on my nice dress and put a little makeup on and all of this. And he comes to the date looking like he just came from Home Depot.
Jesus.
And so, and he told me that he was interested, but I was too heavy at the time.
Oh my God.
So needless to say that didn't work. But a year later, ironically, I was on a dating app. We hooked up, and
the same guy.
And he had no clue who I was. He had no clue. Absolutely. And I remembered him and I told him what happened on the date, and he absolutely had no clue.
What?
He had no clue who I was.
Mm.
And so that was that. And then I wanted to share about a Dusty that I dated. Well, not necessarily dated. Let me be honest. It was a situationship.
Oh, wow.
And this guy, he worked at first and then he just stopped working. And the one thing I learned from you, Janice, is that you never go see the guy.
Mhm.
If he can't meet you first or come pick you up, that's a no-no.
Mhm.
That is a no-no. You have to value yourself. And I
Absolutely.
didn't value myself as a woman.
Mm.
What I saw growing up is, my father always had another woman. And
Mm.
my mother she knew it, but she just stayed married to him for 40 years.
Jesus.
And, and that was based on what I saw.
Mhm.
My mother was a lovely woman, but she just allowed that situation to continue to happen. And
Mm.
so seeing that as a young woman growing up, I didn't value myself. Everything
Mhm.
was, I'm going to be honest, was a situationship. And
Mm.
so I didn't see what love was. So I didn't know what love was. I was
Mm.
also engaged to someone. And the telltale signs were he never told his parents.
Mm.
And when he had moved to Atlanta, and I mean, we had been together for like 3 years. And
Mhm.
that Monday before he was leaving, we had been on a date, everything was nice. And when he was dropping me off at home, he said, "I'm moving to Atlanta." And I said, "Well, what do you mean you're moving to Atlanta? What about me?" And he was like, "What about you? This isn't about you." And that was that. And so again, that relationship, I just stayed in it. I just stayed in it.
Mm.
And like you mentioned, I quote unquote, and I'm putting love in quotes, them
Mhm.
be more than they loved me. Or in some cases,
Mm.
they didn't even love me.
Right.
So at, you know, I took this class. I took your class because one, I had no idea what dating was, right?
Right.
I had no idea, and I had no idea how to vet men
Mm.
out. And absolutely, who you choose is your choice. You make the
Yes.
choice to marry somebody,
Mhm.
but you have to list out. And I know people debunk the whole thing about having lists, but if
Liz,
you don't know what
child.
you want and what you don't want,
What? Right.
there is, then when you're getting the data, you won't know. You'll know then what you want and don't
Exactly.
want. So that would be my advice, or
Mhm.
that's my story.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
bringing that up because somebody sent me a video of another young lady who says she's not into the list. And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with people. Like everything in your life is a list. The 10 commandments, the 12 tribes of Judah, the 12 disciples, the beatitudes. I don't understand what's wrong with the list. But for me, myself and I, honey, that list kept me on track. That's why I didn't end up with no Dusty, because I had my list. Because if he didn't check the list, I was gone. I was absolutely gone. Thank you. Thank you so much, Princess Lisa. I have one more video I want to share. Claudia Jordan. Hi,
Thank you.
hello. You're welcome, princess. I'm going to be sending out email of when I'm going to be meeting with the princesses, hopefully starting this week or next week, maybe for the new year. Hello, how are you, my dear? Thank you again for princess. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, boo boo. Um, so this young, okay, Claudia Jordan. This is where we talk about balance is the key, okay? So Claudia Jordan did an interview, and of course, she's full of regrets. And this is why having balance in your life is key. Let me play my music first. I want no copyright. Just people complain about the copyright strike. I don't want the problem. Okay, here we go.
Someone had told you about dating like in your 40s and 50s back then.
You know, you think that when you're ready to settle down, that there's always going to be a lot of supply on the shelves, and it's not. Like at this age, a lot of the good guys are married or taken because they're good guys. And I was having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine the other day, and I'm like, well, your best bet now is maybe someone that a good man that maybe is coming out of a marriage, getting a divorce. So, you know, I think in our youth, and I would like people to know this when they're younger, we think, oh, there's always going to be an endless supply. I can wait till tomorrow. Don't put off your happiness waiting. You know, if you find that good person, like a lot of times we wait, well, it's not the right time. It's not going to be like the right time. I would say go for it more. I wish I would have told someone told me just go for it. I probably have overlooked a good candidate before, you know, like maybe,
why is that though?
Me thinking the timing thing, maybe prioritizing career. You know, I definitely was always like work. I never thought I had enough cushion built up to like relax and take my foot off the gas and start a family.
And then did that just go on and on and on, and then you be.
So let me just stop it right there. So this is why balance is important. Like at 19 and 20, you shouldn't be in no committed relationship, okay? Because at 16, you'll have time. At 17, you're a kid. Anyways, first of all, from up to age, I say 21, the whole time you're getting your education, you shouldn't be tied down with no boyfriend, girlfriend. You know, like to me, that time is for you to go to school, figure yourself out, figure your life out. Sure, go on dates, meet guys, go on dates. But as far as being buggled down with a boyfriend, no. And I think by the time you're about 24, 25, I think that's when you should really, really, really get serious about dating and meeting the perfect guy for you and, you know, doing what you need to do and remember the clock. Okay, ladies, we do not have the capacity to not think about our clock. And just in case y'all forget, every month, unless you stop your cycle or unless there's a health challenges, every month, ladies, the Lord remind you. Every month you are reminded, baby, these eggs are going, okay? You want to fertilize one in marriage, okay? So by the time you're 24, 25, y'all need to be getting it together. Y'all, this is the time, okay, I'm getting serious. Okay, I know what I want. I know what I like. I know what I want. I know that I like men that open doors. I know that I like men that send flowers. I know that I like men who are established. Now, girls, at 24, 25, your 24, 25-year-old guy is probably not as established. So if you're 24, 25, you need to be dating the guy who's like 30, who has been out of college for a while. He's getting settled in his career. He's looking around like, yeah, I'm ready to get married now. If you're 25, 24 girls, you shouldn't be looking at 24, 25 boys because they're really 18. They got no job and they got no money. Even if they have a job, they have not been tested and tried. And that is what college does, right? College is really your first assignment as an adult to complete something. College is not for everyone. I don't know what happened in the last 50 years. All of a sudden, college is not for everybody. Okay? But anyways, trade school. this is your first opportunity. Stay the course. Okay? I'm going to go through these college years and I'm going to finish. And once you finish 21, 22, you have those next 6-7 years to get employment and to become established. This is why I'm against 18 and 19-year-old get married. You haven't been tested and tried and true. You haven't been faithful at anything. You have 55 jobs in 3 months. That is not a man who is stable and established. This is why God gave Adam the garden to watch over before he gave him Eve. Adam had to be faithful and take care of the garden, protecting the garden before God gave him his daughter for him to protect and provide for. Adam was supposed to do for Eve what he had already did for the garden. This is why you do not marry men who are not established, unsuccessful, hasn't accomplished anything. You got to fill out the job application. You have to get him a job. You got to drag him down there. You got to buy shoes. Okay? Because unfortunately, ladies, we do have a clock. Men, they can go on, most of them can go on and have baby. My coworker uncle had a baby at 72 years old. He was 72. And nobody believed him that the baby was his. So you know what he did? He walked around with the baby's birth certificate so he can show them, look, this is my son, this is my name. We don't have that. So this foolishness, Christian woman, y'all talk about Sarah had a baby at 19. Girl, ain't nobody have no baby at 90. Huh? God, ain't nobody, God ain't having no baby. We not having no babies at 90. My godmother was 99 when she died. She was in the nursing home. Couldn't even wash her behind. So yeah, ladies, don't get tied down with a boyfriend at 18 and 19. This is your opportunity to date. Go out and see what you like. Figure it out. I like this. I like this. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like this. I don't like that. Understand that it's the husband responsible to provide for you. Figure it out. Do you want to go 50-50 or do you want a man who can provide? I'm still nervous to date again. Lord help. Girl, why are you nervous to date, AG? Why are you nervous today, baby? Tell us. Let's listen to what she says. So now Claudia Jordan, she's having a lot of regrets because time has passed her by. Another thing she said, she wanted to have a cushion. See, if you're marrying a man, yes, ladies, we are supposed to have cushions. But if you are marrying a man, if you're going to choose a husband who's providing for you, protecting and providing for you, you do have a little bit more space to relax. Okay? I had my son and I stayed home for 6 months. I didn't worry about a bill. I didn't think, how's the mortgage going to pay? Is the mortgage pay? Is the PSC just pay? If the PSC&G bill, because you know the PSC&G bill, you have a window to pay it. And we don't auto pay our PSC&G bill because they do predict your thing and then they have to come out and read it. So that's the only bill my husband have to pay every month. But girl, if I get the bill, if the payment didn't go out, because if they have a window for you to send the payment, and if you don't send the payment and it's recorded during that window, the next bill they send you say shut off. No, if I get a bill that's a shop, bye. No, I know he paid it, right? Because that's why we said we're not paying it. Because sometimes PSNG will charge you $1,000 and then the next month is $250. So we're not going to auto pay. We're going to pay what we get. And then they have to come out and read the meat. Okay. But I wasn't worrying about nothing. I didn't worry about was I going to get light. All I knew, faith, was when I turn on the light, the light's going to come on. Okay. I didn't worry, is there food in the fridge? When I opened the fridge, there was going to be food, and I was a nursing mom. I didn't worry about anything because of the husband I chose. Okay. Something else she's going to say that we really need to discuss.
100 years old, they like, still working.
Still working. And I think I will say specifically with Black women, especially, I feel like we don't really have the luxury to think that we can kind of take time off like that. You know, and I specifically say Black women because like we're usually the backbone of everything, you know, not even just with our families, but with our friend circles. Like it's always something for us to do. We're always taking care of somebody else. I don't have children, but I'm always like,
that's another thing, right? Black women, who told us we got to take care of everybody?
feeding a friend or taking.
Who told us why do we take up this pressure on ourselves to take care of everybody? I'm thinking it's, as Black women, it's innate. I've shared the story before how we buy snacks, right? So we buy snacks so for the kids to take to school and for me to take to work, my husband to take to work. So I take snacks to work so I don't have to go to the machine to pay $2 for a bag of chips, okay? And so my husband had bought this different snacks that I use to make trail mix for us. I brought the trail mix to work, and one of my coworkers, oh my God, this is so delicious. Where did you get it? Blah, blah, blah. Can you get me some? So I'm like, sure, I'll get it. And in my head, I'm figuring out, okay, Lord, my husband is driving into the city for work. We only have one car. He's going to pick me up. Then we got to pick little Michael up. Then little Michael have to go to basketball training. How am I going to get these trail mix to her? And my husband said to me, why you got to get her the trail mix? Supermarket's right there. So I told her to go to the supermarket. Oh, I don't got a car. I said, you can order from Amazon. Oh, Amazon has pay. You got to pay for Amazon. I'm like, no, if you purchase $25 worth, they ship it for free. Then I said, okay, Target do delivery. Oh, well, Target, you got orders so much. And my husband says to me, why are you trying to figure it out to get this girl some trail mix? And it didn't dawn on me, like, you're a grown behind woman who travel all over the world on cruise, going to this country, that country. You can figure out how to get on a boat to travel across the world, but you cannot figure out how to get some freaking trail mix. And I had to stop myself. I stopped myself. And that's when I said, no, I can't do this. Even snacks. My husband buys snacks. My husband goes to what's the store? Costco. And he bought enough stuff to last us for the month because my husband was working from home so they go in the city. And I am worried about, oh my God, I got to bring snacks for this one. I got to bring snacks for that one, this one, and this one. And my husband says, no, let them pay you for it. Let them pay you. You worrying about, do you have enough snacks to bring to this one, this one, this one? They need to be paying you for it. And then when I bring snacks and I'm eating it and they're looking at me like, you didn't bring me any, I feel so bad. I feel bad. But that's a burden I took up on my head. They're not bringing snacks. They're not buying snacks because Janice is going to bring snacks. They're not buying water and bringing water because Janice is going to bring water. They don't have a leave or a towel and all that work because Janice got it. They don't have no lotion because Janice got it. They don't have no hand sanitizer because Janice got it. They don't have no tissue because Janice got it. Because I'm the type of person, I like to have everything that I need. I don't like to ask people for anything. Okay? If I run out of tissue, I get up and I walk across the room. It's about 300 people on my floor. I will walk across the hall to my girlfriend to get some tissue from her because we trade tissue. If I borrow some tissue, the next time I bring tissue, I bring one for her. She do the same. If she bring tissue for her day, she bring me one. She just bought me some the other day. But I'm walking across the hall, y'all. I'm sitting in a section of about 100 people, but I will not ask anybody in my section for tissue. I'll go to my girlfriend. That's how I am. I don't like to ask people for stuff. I don't like to bother people. This is why I have everything I need. If you come to my desk, I have Band-Aid, triple antibiotic cream, Dizzy lotion, hand sanitizer, Vaseline, cocoa butter, you name it. You need socks. I even have socks at my desk. I have blankets at my desk because I like to be happy and comfortable. So because the people around me, they know I have it. They feel like they don't need to have it. But that's something we pick up on ourselves. We don't have to be there and do that for everybody. And we just have to stop. We have to take off the cape. Take off the cape, Black woman. Take it off. Let's finish what she's saying.
Taking care of someone or helping somebody out or doing a favor. And I think that's a cape that we put on ourselves. No one told us to do this. It's just something in us that we do. And if you think about the Black woman in your life, you probably think she's like a superwoman for everybody else. When does she slow down for herself? I think with Black women specifically, it's harder for us to ever feel like we can just kind of take a break. We have to be like all gas, no brakes. I don't think we have the luxury of feeling like, okay, I can take a breather now and relax. And I think it's really sad. You know, there's all these statistics about 45%, 65% of Black women will never get married, you know, and we're out here taking care of everybody else and not getting taken care of. And I think it's really sad. I think we self-impose this cape on ourselves to save the world.
Right.
Look at all the marches. Look at all, I know this is dating, but I got to bring it into like the political space. We're always at the front lines for everybody else.
Right.
For everybody. Brother gets killed, we're in the front lines. The LGBTQ community, we're in the front lines. Other women that are not even showing that up as our allies, we're in the front lines. Gaza, front line. We're always there for everybody else. And on top of all the stuff in our personal lives, we out here trying to save the world. When does that leave time to like really feel comfortable?
Because we're too masculine. That's why. We want to be saving the world, saving everybody. We want to be in the front line because we're too masculine.
Well, when does that really leave time to like relax or even just like put yourself first or dating? And I just feel like a lot of women get caught up in saving the world and then they leave little time for themselves.
Right. Because dating is about data, right? Dating is about data. It's about having a plan for our lives, Black women. Okay. You can't get up at 40 and be like, oh, I'm ready to get married now. And this has been the thing with Black women. We go to school, we were told you're strong independent, you don't need a man. You go to school, you do your career, you become masculine, a man, and then at 40, all of a sudden, you want this wonderful man who is masculine, and you're wondering why he's not interested in, because he's a man. You don't want a man. You're too masculine. You don't know how to be a woman. You don't know how to be soft. You don't know how to be gentle. You don't know how to be gracious. You don't know how to sit. You don't know how to let a man lead. Because you've spent so much time perfecting career and you didn't spend any time perfecting being a young woman. You know what I was thinking about the other day, the story of Esther, one of my favorite stories. Esther, it was 3 years before Esther saw the king. 3 years. Esther was a young woman taken from the fields. And before she could see the king, 3 years, bathing in oil and honey and milk and learning how to pour some tea for the king. Come on. So y'all perfecting career and all of these things, and then at 40, oh, I want a husband. You ain't gonna get no, you're not getting no Michael. You're not getting the masculine provider man that you need because you act like a man and they don't want that. And am I saying not to perfect career? Absolutely not. Go do your career because God has given you gifts and callings and talents for you to perfect. What I am saying is in the midst of you perfected, you need to remember that you're also a woman and one day you're going to want to get married and have a baby. Oh my God, I have 10 minutes to go. Okay. Princess Lisa said, explain how you knew your husband could provide. My husband was establishing his career. I went to his when he told me he loved me. I said, okay, take me to Wall Street and take me to HR. I need to see the W-2. I know what you told me you make, but I need to see it for myself. Okay. And by the way, if you lose your job, what's going to happen? And my husband told me, I'll call my headhunter, let her know I'm available for job, and I'll come home, get a couple of suits, and I'll be on the first thing smoking to DC. I'll have a job in a couple of days. And he said, I have savings. So you know what? I said, take me down to the bank and let me see the savings. Don't bring me no paperwork. I need to see for myself. Our credit report. I didn't want to bring me the credit. Let's sit right here and go online on your computer, my computer, and we gonna get a credit. See, I don't believe nothing nobody say. I need to see the paperwork, okay? That's true. I used to say all the time, I don't need a man, but baby, I actually grew. I don't know how women can say that. I don't know. I do not know how. Let me tell you, we have laundry service. Most of the times they pick it up, and sometimes I have to pick it up. And about a month ago or something, my husband hurt his leg or something. My husband had surgery on his knee for a basketball injury he had a couple of years ago. And the other day he was hopping. He couldn't do. And I had to go get the laundry bag. Girl, do you know how I struggled? Do you know how I struggled? It was like 2 or 3 laundry bags there before I went. I only went to pick up Lexi. When they said, Miss Thompson, there's 2 laundry bags here for you. You want, but I said, no, just give me Lexi bag. Because, Lexi's like a baby. She go through clothes like kids go through clothes. I don't know. The garbage. Okay. In the snow, rain, my husband took the garbage out. I need my man. I need him. These bills, honey, it is nice, warm, and toasty in my house. Okay, let me go back to AG really quick. And then I have to run because my little boy has class at 10:30. She said, I liked a guy. We worked together before I moved. He's a divorced man. 7 years we had connected. But after a while, he decided to be friends just as well. Okay, so AG, this is the problem you make. You make the problem that most of us, all of us make, as in you see him, you like him, and you decided that he's it. That's the guy. So that's why you're disappointed, because you had your hopes and your dreams up that this is the guy, but you did not have enough data to make the decision, is he the guy? Was he pursuing you? Did he meet your daddy? Did he say for you? He said for you to think that he was the one. You connected. What does that mean? Did you mean you went out on a date? Did he ask to talk to your kinfolk? He decided to be friends. Right. He decided to be friends. Nothing that anything is wrong with you. Just that he see you as a friend. But that's okay, AG. It's okay, because you want somebody who's gonna love you for a wife. The Bible says he that finds a wife. It didn't say he that find a friend. That's why I'm against being best friends, okay? Oh, marry your best friend. My husband was not my best friend. He has 2 friends that he grew up with. Those are his best friends, okay? So AG, all women, when we meet a man, we have to stop putting all of our hopes and prayers and dreams in it and making the decision that he's it. Because unless he's starting to pursue us for marriage, and he out of his own mouth said, I want to marry you, honey, don't put no hopes and dreams in it. Okay. If he's not doing the things to say, I'm going to marry you, for example, with my husband, about a month, he was asking to meet my dad. I knew you was my wife from our first day. My husband met my dad in the space of 3 months of meeting me, because he was like, no, I need to talk to your father. Okay. And when he told me he loved me, I said, thank you. Take me to Wall Street so I could see the W-2. He didn't kick and fight. He said, okay. And he took me over there for me to see the W-2s. Then he took me down to the bank to see the emergency money he has. So when a man sees you and wants you, want to marry you, he is taking those steps to marrying you. You don't have to think. You don't have to guess. You don't have to wonder. Okay. He's introducing you to his friends. My husband flew his frat brothers. He had an event and they flew from all over the country to come to New York to meet me. He took me to meet his best friend. So when a man is interested in you, there are certain things he's going to do. He's not going to have you guessing and wondering and hoping and praying is he the one. But also, ladies, don't just make the assumption that he's the one. What do you want in a husband? What do you want a man? Did he meet the criteria you want in a husband? Okay, so that's how you decide. Do not meet a man and get all your hopes and dreams in it. Meet a man and say, dating is for data. This is what I want in my husband. Does he match up? Real quick, I just always do my top 4 so that you can have an idea. Number 1 for me, he must be born again. Somebody say, you didn't say he's a black man. Everybody on my channel know I love black men. Okay, there's no question about it. I could never marry a white man. Okay, because I love black men. For me, number 1, was he a born again Christian? So if I met a very tall, good looking, handsome, rich man, but he was not born again, guess what, AG? Bye. We don't got nothing to talk about. Number 2, he had to be a tither. So if I met a wonderful man who was born again, tall, good looking, chocolate, smell good, make a lot of money, but he was not a tither, guess what, AG? Bye. We don't got nothing to talk about. Number 3, he had to be a gentleman. So if I met a very tall, good-looking, handsome man who was born again, a tither, but he was not a gentleman, a lot of Caribbean African men, guess what? Goodbye. Bye. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Number 4, he had to have a successful career. He had to be established in his career. So if I met a man who was tall, good looking, dark, handsome, he was born again, he was a tither, he was a gentleman, but he did not have a successful, accomplished career, guess what, AG? Bye. We ain't got no talk about. That's the list, right? The young lady talk about she don't believe in this. That's the list. That's how I kept on track. And as soon as they don't match up, bye. No feelings involved. Grab your bags and run, y'all. I gotta go. I have to go. I love you. Listen, but Esther Good, Real McCoy. Hey, I have a lot to work to do. I want to get married before 40. Okay. We're gonna be working on that, Real McCoy. Maybe you guys should contact me for a one-on-one mentoring session. Thanks. I reciprocated off his energy. He showed interest first, but when I moved, he became emotionally unavailable. It is okay. And AG, you need to date multiple guys at once. See, if you were dating somebody else, it would have went over your head. You can't just date one man. What does dating mean? It means about data, gathering data on the men you meet. I have to go, guys. I'm working on my new list, so I'll be ready again in 2020. Yes, girl. AG, the husband profile course, I'm going to be teaching it in April, so you ladies should think about taking it. Real McCoy turning 38 next year. Think about taking the husband profile course. Ladies, I have to go. My little boy has tutoring at 10:30. Thank you for those of you joining my membership. Princess Lisa, I love you. Be sure to sign up for Is He a Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. It is a free training I am doing. Princess Lisa, tell them my trainings are off the hook. They are wonderful. This is a free training. Sign up at janicehyltonmentoring.com. Okay. I didn't get to talk about Tyler Perry and all of them. I'm going to come back and talk of that. Sign up below. It's a free training, and you also get a free sample of the ebook that I'm doing, okay? I love you. You the hook. Princess Lana, right? I was listening to something about that. That's why I can't listen to people. Thank you. I love you. Over, yes. Thank you. I love you. Make sure you thumbs up before you leave. Please, ma'am, please, sir. Please make sure you thumbs up this live. Share this live out. Let's get a few more people in the room. Send this out to your friends, y'all. Send this out to your friends. Tell them about my channel. Help my channel to grow. I love you all. I have to go. I will talk with you later. Mwah. Love you. Bye.